Well, it's Friday. I'm currently in Philly, and some people have probably figured it out by now, but it is what it is. You have to catch me at an event. Anyway, so I want to talk about Avatar, right? So let's look at what MVP did this week. MVP officially released their pricing for Avatar, play, commander, collector, everything, right? No surprises. Collector boxes were about 510 a piece, which I was like, all right, it's about 10% of market, whatever. You could buy 12 loose packs for basically full retail, or not full retail, full secondary. The part that really blew my mind, though, like really blew my mind, was all of the side SKUs, the decks, the play boxes, well, not the play boxes, the decks, the bundles, everything was basically full secondary minus like $2. I don't know how I feel about that. And then on top of that, the play cases were the exact same thing, except if you ordered multiple, they would drop it down by like $10 a play case, but there was even a cap on that. So like you're basically paying full secondary prices for product that hasn't even released through a backdoor distro that's technically not a distributor, because MVP is definitely a store that just happens to have hundreds of pallets of product. It's definitely a store. Anyway, yeah, so then they had this really adorable, long-winded email talking about how the market was crazy and how hyped this set is, and but we don't know if it's gonna do really well. It was like if Rudy was actually an asshole and was scamming people, like that's what he would put out. Um, but this was like the most corporate bullcrap I've ever seen from MVP. Well, I haven't ever seen. I've seen worse, but it was probably the top three most corporate crap emails I think I've ever seen them put out. Not slandering them or anything, but like, holy God, that was kind of embarrassing. Like, can we seriously just talk about this for a second? Like, this is a standard release set. It's not. It's not a specialty set. There's not. It's a Universes Beyond set, whatever. But like, it should be like $100 something a play box. Like I think it's like 103, 105 at cost from the rest of the distribution. So like usually MVP is a little more conservative and they'll do like $700 for a play case, like 688, 690, something in there, somewhere in that range. And they don't really go too hard on it. And we see them now basically pricing this literally at market almost. And I'm just like, what in the actual seven green hells are you doing? Like, this is so insane, the price hike that we have here. Not only is it basically secondary pricing, but TCG players already advertising their Cyber Monday sale. Well, Cyber Weekend Monday sale. And it's going to be 10% off on everything in the platform. 13 if you're a subscriber like I am, plus you get your credit card reward fees. So like you're basically going to get a 15% discount on everything that's $500 or less, which means if I go buy a play case for $890, I'm going to get $50 back for the 10%. Then I'm going to get my 3% back, which is going to put it to about 75. And then I'm going to get my 2% back for my credit card rewards, which is going to put me at about a $100 discount. And I talk about buying these sales whenever they come along. You should 100% do these. Buy these sales. They're great times to get better cost basis. Take the credit, put it towards something else, and go buy more product. Like this, I've bought thousands and thousands of dollars of Pokemon that then turned into $10,000 of Pokemon. Like, this is not rocket science, right? Like, take advantage of these good sales. And now you have MVP, like, literally weeks before the sale, they're like, market wholesale. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like the only thing I can think of is whatever distribution backdoors through MVP, they oversold Avatar and they're trying to sell as little as humanly possible to MVP customers. And we'll see. And I have crazy hair. Holy crap. And we'll see what ends up happening with this set. But honestly and candidly to me, as much as I do enjoy the neon ink foils of Aang, Soccer, or no, wait. Katara, there we go. Jesus, wrong show. Aang, Katara, Zuko, and Toph. I love those. I would love to get them, but not for $10,000. And you see these single prices. It's going to be a good set. Like there's good power in it. It's good flavor. It has all the juice that you want to see. The problem is the market is starting to turn, and everyone can feel it. And if you say that you can't feel it or can't tell, you're just on extreme copium at this point. Like Pokemon receded 10-15%. It's recovering a little bit. Magic is trending downwards. Spider-Man was the colossal flop of the century. It'll be $1,000 box, don't worry. Then you also have Final Fantasy kind of trending and settling down a little bit. It's around $1,200 a box now. Down from its 1,500 highs. Like you're seeing a lot of these products start to drop and stabilize as more product starts to hit the prints. Final Fantasy playboxes, they had a big reprint come through. Playboxes went down. They're gonna print another wave. Spider-Man probably won't get another wave. I'm gonna be sitting on those for a long time. That's fine. We have all these signs of weakness in the market appearing, right? Sales are slowing. Things are not getting bought anymore. Things are starting to slow down for these extreme premiums. And people are just waiting for good deals now. This is very indicative of a market taking a turn. Now, to add insult to injury, MvP, which normally does a great job of dumping a crap load of product out to a lot of secondhand sellers like myself, is also now restricting the supply. This is just interesting to me. This dynamic is so interesting. And the fact that it's happening with Avatar blows my mind. I didn't expect it to be... Get some junk out of the way. Didn't expect it to be Avatar that this would happen. I knew that prices would keep going up and going up and going up. And eventually there's just a point where people are just like, I'm good. And they just stop. And this appears to be one of two things. We have kind of hit that point where distribution has gotten so greedy that they want more money, or B, stores have simply started ordering so much product on release that even the backdoor distribution is no longer a thing. And stores are so leveraged now that they can't even blink with how well, like, there's like, my wallet hurts. Like, those are kind of where I'm leaning right now as the two most likely scenarios. And usually when stores start getting so leveraged that they blow out distribution, like beyond orderability, we have a bit of a problem. And I don't know what that's going to look like in 6 months. Because obviously Magic is not going to go anywhere. Pokemon is not going to go anywhere. None of these games are suddenly going to cease to exist tomorrow because, oh my god, the market's over, the world's ending, oh my god, Magic's never selling another card. Look, it's not happening. Like that, the game is going to continue on. That's not the problem. The question is how big of a drop are we going to see and when is it going to start? And are we going to see kind of like the slow death that happened at like the end of the Sword and Shield era as everyone kind of just got like tired and it kind of just was like, that Silver Tempest sucks. Brilliant Stars is okay. Really Evolving Skies is the only box that I care about. Like everything else is kind of like, are we going to see that start happening? Because, like, again, everyone's already stopped talking about Mega Evolutions 1. No one cares. Journey Together, no one cares. Deaths and Rivals is kind of like the one set everyone wants. Like, give me the Deaths and Rivals. That and SVO2 is just really popping. And you have, Phantasmal Flames. And again, like, it's weirdly quiet. And I don't know if that just means, like, we're about to see a massive reprint come through for, from Pokemon, and Magic is gearing up for the holiday seasons to just have tons and tons and tons of tons of tons and tons and tons of pallets ready, which would be awesome. But we know these reprints are coming. We know that this stuff is not going to stay hyperinflated once everything comes out. So I'm just genuinely curious. I'm like, what are we seeing going on here? Like, I don't understand. I died. And I don't know what this means long term, but I think we're going to see some interesting things come through here on the holidays. The market will continue on as it will continue. The holidays will do well. And I think the real test is going to be after Christmas, like January, February, as taxes start hitting. I've said this so many times, but I'm telling you, tax season is going to be a bloodbath for people. Like, you don't report this much profit unless you're doing things very smartly, very correctly, and very carefully. I probably will not get much back in taxes this year because I've done very well this year. I will be aiming to get as close to zero as I possibly can, though, especially with the government shutdown, because I lost a bunch of wages this year, which sucks. But it's besides the point. We enter this area now where stuff starts getting interesting. And I think I think MVP is just another step and another flag in the mounting pile of red flags that are getting thrown into the playfield of a market starting to turn. And I think it's going to be very fun to watch because I'm very excited to be able to buy a lot of product again at reasonable prices because it will be wonderful. Get that order spend up, start negotiating some lovely contracts, it's just beautiful things. But we'll see. On that note, guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I have a very large RI, direct RI I have to go fill and some orders and some other things like that. I have to go pack some stuff in the car and prep for Worlds for Philly. There's a lot of stuff to get done tonight. So I will talk to you guys later, and ta-ta for now. Bye.